Since it is almost impossible to extinguish an active dry aluminum powder fire, solutions to the problem are focused on the control of these fires in the incipient stage. Aluminum powder fires are characterized by the emission of extremely bright light, very high heat, and the generation of large amounts of white smoke. Suppressing a metal powder fire should only be attempted by personnel who are trained in the special precautions required for fighting fires involving such combustible metals. In the interest of life safety, an assessment of the situation should be undertaken to determine if the fire can be safely fought with existing resources. It may be that the most prudent course of action would be to isolate the fire as much as possible and allow it to burn itself out. Professional or volunteer firefighters from the surrounding area cannot be expected to be trained for the specific fire and life hazards associated with aluminum powder and paste fires. Local firefighters, however, should be directed by the facility safety personnel for their own safety. Water must never be used to fight an aluminum powder or paste fire, since the water will react with hot aluminum powder to form highly explosive hydrogen gas. The force of the water hose stream may also suspend the aluminum powder and form a potentially explosive dust cloud. Fire extinguishers rated for Class A, B, or C fires also must not be used, since the extinguishing agent may react with the burning aluminum powder and instantaneously accelerate the fire. Halogenated extinguishing agents are also not used on aluminum powder or paste fires. If such extinguishers are present in an area where aluminum powder or paste is handled, they must be marked not for use on aluminum powder fires. Aluminum powder fires on reasonably flat surfaces may be controlled and isolated by blanketing the burning material with a Class D type dry extinguishing agent and then by wringing the burning material with dry sand. Long-handled shovels or scoops made of non-sparking material are to be used for the application of dry extinguishing agents. This should be done with great care to avoid disturbing the powder and forming a dust cloud, as even a minor dust cloud may explode violently. A properly blanketed fire will develop a hard crust of metal oxide, which ultimately eliminates enough oxygen to cause the fire to self-extinguish. After dispensing the extinguishing material, all personnel should leave the area, closing all doors which lead to the area, and then sealing them with sand or other dry granular non-combustible material. All fans and machinery, including dust collection systems, should be completely shut down. Drafts should be eliminated wherever possible. The aluminum powder may continue to burn under the crust without visible flames and therefore should not be disturbed until such time as it can be determined that the fire is completely out. Disturbing the crust may cause reignition of the fire. Flake aluminum powder has a lower density and a much greater surface area than atomized aluminum powder. Therefore, it tends to not only disperse and form dust clouds more easily, but also ignites more readily. Great care must be taken when attempting to extinguish a mass of burning flake powder so that the particles are disturbed as little as possible. Aluminum paste products consist of aluminum flake powders suspended in a high flash point combustible solvent. An aluminum paste fire typically begins as a solvent fire and can be fought using Class B extinguishing agents such as dry chemical, foam, or carbon dioxide. Once the solvent fire is extinguished, the residual powder may reignite due to localized heat or spontaneous heating. To avoid reignition, the residual material should be smothered with a Class D agent. At some point, the paste fire may begin to exhibit the characteristics of a powder fire, at which time it must be treated as such. Obviously, judgment must be used in determining whether Class B agents can be safely used on aluminum paste fires. If the Class B agent is applied carefully, it will be very evident if the fire is accelerated. At this point, the fire is considered to be a powder fire, and the use of Class B extinguishing agent should be discontinued, and a Class D agent or dry inert granular material such as sand used in the manner indicated for an aluminum powder fire.